This house is not just a piece of real estate, it's an example of how we know how to sell. Friends, welcome to the Damlex Realty channel. My name is Marina and today we have an unusual review. Today we're going to talk to the now former owner of this beautiful villa about what it was like working with our agency. And now, some quick background info. I'll start by saying that this villa was built in 2019. It was on the market for 3 years. And get this, it was listed with 11 agencies, including the largest ones on the Costa Brava. But we sold it. Just 4 viewings in total during the time this villa was listed with our agency. And one decisive one, the villa is sold. Most of you face the fact that there are so many agencies on the market, and they all promise the same thing. I have a client who wants to buy your villa, but in reality, it all ends with your property being posted on portals, waiting for a suitable client to show up. And sometimes it happens that either there are no viewings at all, or all the viewings are just people passing through and you don't get a single offer. Our goal is to find the perfect buyer for every property. This is a strategy developed for each individual property we get into our portfolio. If you're tired of useless viewings, or if there are none at all, and you want to speed up the sales process, contact our agency. And now, let's move from words to action. I invite you to chat with the now former owner and hear what she has to say about our work, how she rates us. Perhaps her opinion will differ from mine. Friends, well, we've moved inside the house, and let me introduce you to Masha, the now former owner of this beautiful home. Masha, I'm very glad to see you.
Likewise, Marina, I'm very glad.
Friends, well, we've moved inside the house, and let me introduce you to Masha, the now former owner of this beautiful home. Masha, I'm very glad to see you.
Likewise, Marina, I'm very glad.
And I'd like you to share with our viewers how it was for you, for your family to work with our company.
Marina, well, you were a real revelation for us, because I've gleaned realtors, I'm very glad that for me, there's a realtor of this level here. From the little things to the most global major tasks, everything. I didn't think you could actually enjoy a sale because the work of you and your team was so well coordinated. Everyone was happy. To this day, we're enjoying communicating with the owners in a dialogue with such a pleasant feeling left in our hearts. So thank you very much to you and your team. I understand how difficult it is to make sure everyone is happy, but this is exactly the kind of case where you want to come back again and again.
Thank you so much for such warm words, but it was also very nerve-wracking for us to work because, you know, our deal had to be resolved in a week. Yes, resolved. And we all, by joint efforts, we were able to do all this. And now we're waiting for the new owners in this house.
Resolved.
And tell me, please, what difficulties did you face when selling the house?
When selling the house, it turned out that our architect hadn't finished all the necessary documentation. This was a technical formality because all the main tasks, the criteria of the house, of course, were completed, all the commissioning, but it could have ruined all our wishes as well as the buyers. But thanks to you, thanks to your efforts, precision, and attention, everything was done so quickly, correctly, and smoothly that what the architect couldn't do or apparently forgot to do in a year was resolved in a matter of just 2 or 3 days. For me, this is the highest level of professionalism because I don't have that kind of experience with the formalities of Spanish documents and title deeds. But now, thanks to you, I'll know that it's possible. So thank you very much. The deal went through. It was actually very nerve-wracking, but you managed.
Masha, tell us please how to properly prepare a house for sale. This topic is very relevant, you know this, both as a buyer, you've already seen many properties here on the coast, and as a homeowner.
Well, it seems to me, at least minimally, right? If there's a desire to sell, then it should be pleasant. We all love cleanliness. When we walk into a hotel, we like our faucets to shine and all the furnishings to be in perfect condition so that you want to walk in, touch things, feel them, and not have a feeling of squeamishness. I think that's point number one. You need to respect the person who comes to look at it, spends time on it, and enters this house. As for some minor flaws, if we're talking about a new house, then of course you shouldn't be lazy to pay attention to what might not be major, but will make the buyer wary, scare them, it seems to me. And then all dreams come true. It's actually not that difficult, but it has to be there. Cleanliness above all.
Yes, I agree with that. And friends, those who are watching us, take note of this. Don't be lazy to clean up your homes so that they smell nice, so that it's pleasant for us to show your homes. And for the people who come to your home accompanied by us, it's pleasant to look at it. And most importantly, so that they have a desire to buy it and settle in your home.
Moreover, even offering a cup of coffee will make anyone feel like the owner of this house, relax, and imagine it. So it's better not to be lazy about this.
Yes, selling a house is our joint effort.
Special thanks to Marina, yes, because we were here and there were no unnecessary viewings. Because I really think that many families, those who want to take this step to sell and they have plans, but they just don't dare to do it because when unqualified, unprofessional people attack you with the wrong viewings, you lose heart. But in working with you, that didn't happen. There were those viewings that were really necessary, serious, aimed at buying. These people were previously worked with, prepared by you in long conversations, and we weren't disturbed over trifles. That's why we didn't lose heart and didn't lose the desire to sell. But with other firms, there was a moment when we already wanted to say, that's it, the house is off the market. We're giving up on our goals. We're just living here so that we aren't bothered.
Thank you so much, Masha, once again for such a high evaluation of our work. When we hear words of gratitude from both buyers and sellers, it really gives us wings and we want to move forward to new achievements. And well, I think we'll work together more than once.
First, yes, the first thing I did was call my friend with whom we did the project, and quite a colorful property is now listed by you for sale. I said, listen, I found the person who will make the right sale of your house. And we rejoiced together. That's how it is.
So if you want to avoid failed viewings, tourist viewings, when they bring people to you who are absolutely unfamiliar with your property, just to show you that, well, as if your house is being taken care of, contact us. With us, you will have a minimum number of viewings, but maximum efficiency. Masha, I'm also interested as a professional. You know that we had very few viewings, and in fact, it was only the fourth viewing. It was the third for me, and one viewing was by our other manager in this house, and the fourth one turned out to be successful. And I would like to know how many viewings there were in total in this house.
Marin, let me tell you this, that the sale was relatively quick, yes, but of course, it really annoyed me that there were viewings that weren't thought through. What the person wants, what message they come with, and what they need. It felt like the realtors just wanted to make some movements there unclear to either side. And there was sadness and sorrow from this because I saw this from you. It was probably the first or second viewing.
No, I had 3, honestly. Me and our manager, Tatiana, had another one.
3, another one, yes. And all were viewings with the right message. Many people owning the right houses and at an adequate price cannot sell because there are no professionals.
We are also happy that you and Mikhail trusted us because, by the way, it wasn't immediate trust, not at first sight.
Thank you.
Not at first sight, he had already been to different agencies, and we very often encounter this. If we aren't the first ones, then of course from this distrust, like, oh, another agency, again, there will be these empty viewings. And I perfectly understand, and we, the whole team, are understanding when owners are a bit like that.
And we slowly prove with our work that we can be trusted. As I see it, everyone got what they wanted. It's very rare when the seller is happy with the price and the buyer's happy with the house. It seems to me it always happens when something doesn't match. Well, one can be unhappy with your house. Thank you, we tried. Yes,
That's subjective. I mean, we tried, we put our soul into it and we like it. So
I hope for further cooperation.
I hope so too.
I hope.
Masha, I am very grateful to you. Well, first of all, for the trust, both to you and Mikhail. Unfortunately, he is not with us today. Big hello to him from me. For the trust, for the wonderful work. It was also very comfortable for us to work. Believe me, in 20 years, I've seen different owners. But with you, we somehow immediately had this feeling, and it was very easy, very pleasant. And thank you very much for deciding to take part in our little improvised.
with great pleasure, I want to shout that there are professionals on the Costa Brava. Thank you very much.
Friends, well, if this video was useful to you, or you are thinking of selling your property or are already selling but just can't find the perfect buyer, you know where to go. Marina was with you, Damlex Realty agency, and if you need a person with 20 years of experience in real estate sales, you know where to go. All contacts are under this video. Click on the bell so you don't miss the hottest Spanish news. Like and subscribe to our channel.